So I'm just going to run through all the ways that you can create shapes in GeoClerk, and there's about 6 of them now. And because we've updated the spatial viewers, they look a little bit different to before, so I'll just run through each of those in turn. One of the simplest ways is to just create a shape by drawing it on a map. So we go over to My Shapes, scroll down to the bottom of the list, click Add a New Shape. That'll open up the spatial viewer. We can get that to full screen size now and keep all the menus on the left. And we just click on the polygon or on the little polygon where it says draw a polygon on the map. We can click on that, zoom into an area. I'm just going to switch on the mineral tenements for Australia. I could zoom into an area and then just click roughly the area I want to search. So let's just do that around there. Click the first point or click finish up here to save that into the text box. Give the shape a name. You can also save those to projects if you want. I'm not going to do that. You can share that with your organization and then just save the shape, and that will appear in your list of shapes. So we go down, there we have test for demo, and then we can run a search across that. So that's one of the simplest ways. The next way I'm going to show is to create a shape from the shape spatial metadata that's attached to a document. So I'll just go back to my default search window. I'm just going to search for a project name. I'm going to use Detour Lake for this. Wait for that to come up with some results. And then I'm just going to pick one of these documents that has some spatial data. So here's one. It's got the little spatial button active, so I can see what the spatial data is for that document. That loads up on the map, and to save the shape from that particular shape, I just click Save Shape to Account. Again, that opens up this window. By default, the name of the shape would be the name of the report, so I'm just going to change that to Detour Lake. Again, I can share that with the organization and save it, and that'll appear in my list, and there it is. So that's very simple. Now you can also create shapes from external shapefiles. So again, go to Add a New Shape, and then you'll see there's this drag and drop, and that can be either KML format, GeoJSON, WKT file, basically any text-based shapefile, and we can drag and drop or cut and paste that image data into this box. So let's open up one that I know I've got. I've got this group of tenements called WA tenement group, which is I've converted to a KML file, so I can just drag that into the box. There it is. I can give that a name. I looked at this earlier, so it's east of Wooloona, and then I'm just going to again share that and save it. So again, very straightforward. Now, more recently, we've added the ability to quick search tenements and projects to use those for creating shapes. So again, add a new shape, click the little magnifying glass on the menu where it says quick search, and start typing in a tenement name or a project name. So I'm just going to start type in a random tenement name. There we go, EPC 1267. It pulls that out of the database, which we maintain pretty much live. I think it's updated on a weekly basis, and then it's already defaulted to put that shape, the tenement number, into the shape name. Again, share it with the organization and save the shape. Now, this particular pulling back of tenement numbers is only active for Australia because that's where we've maintained that layer currently. But you can also go through a similar process for using a project name. So again, add a new shape, click on the magnifying glass and start typing in the project that you're interested in. So for this one, I'm going to use Cigar Lake, if I could spell. So we'll go with Cigar Lake, Saskatchewan. Click on that, and that pulls out the shape for the project of Cigar Lake that we have in our database. Again, the shape name has automatically been populated, so I can save that into my list, and there we have Cigar Lake. And then finally, the last way of creating a shape is by using a georeferenced image that you may have saved into your own particular account. So if I go over to my georeferenced images, and this can be particularly useful if you've got something like a magnetic or a gravity anomaly that you've georeferenced. So I'm going to use this bioluminescence one. And then you just click on next to each of the images, you have this little button which says create shape. So I do that. That opens up the shape editor, and I can just zoom into whichever area I'm interested in. Again, use either the polygon or the rectangle. So I'm just going to draw a rectangle around this particular magnetic anomaly. Create a shape there, give it a name. I'll call it bioluminescence anomaly, and save that, and that then is in my shapes list as well. So hopefully that's given you a quick overview of 6 different ways to save shapes in GeoClerk. As we add more spatial search functionality to the software, this will become more important. So we're trying to make this process as quick and as seamless as possible.